Welcome back to Cassette Beasts. So, few bits of news. A, I have a better understanding of how Postgame works at this point. So, as we tackle things, we're going to be paying a bit more attention to that. And B, a little while ago, I asked everybody for fun builds. And I may have either cut that part out or I had to record before, because I record pretty decently in advance. Which is frustratingly one of the reasons I can't interact with the audience as much, because it's like, hey, I asked something, I'll get back to you in 2 weeks. So may not have had the chance to get a response yet. So I did an amount of research on my own to find some silly builds. Some fun builds. There are a couple more that are a little gimmicky and maybe not something that I especially want to use. And even some of the ones that I have aren't amazing, but we'll see how it goes. So we are going to be... I have 5 different monsters with me right now. Only I think one of them is a monster that I have had with me up until now. And we're going to take a look at some silly things that you can do. And I'm going from the least egregious to the most egregious of them. And I also did some shopping and some collecting. So I now have a lot of stickers that I obtained through redacted means. And enough fused material to buy at least some of the important upgrades from the guild hall. Probably the most important of which is that I can catch things much easier now. So, in looking at postgame, there are a couple things for us. No, I'm not showing you right now. We'll wait until we get into a fight. In postgame, there's a couple things we can do. A lot of the native postgame is done through the Ranger board. So this is where we're going to be going for most of that. There is also then the DLC and Sunny's quest. And it's important that we do Sunny's quest because that's going to unlock fusion with her and whatnot. So let's go ahead and take care of that first. So that is, yep, people are people. Which is right over here.
Wow.
And we are going... It should just be right over here. Strangely, Oh, that's new. The store has some sort of device on it. Is it to prevent intruders? Let me see. It seems to think I'm a Landkeeper. Let's go inside, Tofu. The remaining Landkeepers are all here. They must be here for a reason. Something about a wheel. I think we should go deeper. So I think I also realized why Sunny kept getting changed out. And I don't think the game lets you go to the final station. Effectively, it doesn't let you end the game with Sunny. Probably because Sunny's staying here. She doesn't really have a home to go to. Okay. Boxes. It's a big pencil. Signing board we can't do anything with. That is a... Well, it still exists. Alright, what do you got? Are you here doing some corporate espionage right now? That's against company policy. So let's see what we start with. So we have Miss Mimic. Now this is actually very close to the build that she almost started with naturally. So I have on her echolocation, which gives us multi-target right from the start. And the main thing and I have AP starter, which gives us 1 extra AP at the start. This is important, so now on turn 1, I can use Bite. Now, Fungo, on the other hand, this is an interesting setup with Fungo. Because this is the best that I could do on 1 monster. If you came in with 2 monsters, you could do this in, like, turn 1, effectively. But what I have for him, right here at the start, is Glass Camouflage, so we start with Glass Coating. And then we have Custom Starter, Paint Swipe. So there's a chance, very good chance, because it's so cheap, of using Paint Swipe at the start of the fight. Which puts that glass coating on an enemy, in this case Riptera. I'm now going to put air coating on myself. Now, what happened there? So we had echolocation, so we have multi-target on. I used Bite, so I bit both of them. Now I have Carnivore, which increases the amount of HP restored when I bite. With the multi-target Bite and Carnivore, I can heal myself to full HP from, like, almost every turn. On top of that, we have Trapjaw, which is a 50% chance of activating whenever you use Bite. And when it does activate, it inflicts the target with Evasion Nullified, so they can't miss anymore. Or we can't miss anymore. But it only has an accuracy of 50%, so it'll only hit every other time. However, because we have multi-target, and Trapjaw is triggered on echolocation, that means when we hit one person with Bite, it triggers Trapjaw, which gets multi-targeted to hit both opponents. And then when our Bite hits the other opponent, Trapjaw again gets multi-targeted to hit both opponents. So we get 4 Trapjaws out. Which means not only is there a good chance they will be hit with Evasion Nullified, but also half of those we will miss on. And if we miss half of those, Pity AP triggers, where we gain 1 AP every time an attack misses. So that 1 Bite inflicted Evasion Nullified on both of them, gained me an extra 2 AP back so I can bite again, and it healed me full. Granted, I wasn't damaged, but it about would have. And now with Evasion Nullified, I can either bite again and probably kill both of them, or I could stab in the dark because they have Evasion Nullified. And that'll just heckin' kill them. Now, unfortunately, we did kind of heck up Fungo's move here, which is not actually a move set that I'm super happy with. Again, it's not super easy to do everything. And for Miss Mimic, that is pretty much it. That's the entire build. That's what you do. I also put automation on here right before Bite, so there's a chance at the end of the turn for us to bite again. So we're just biting. Biting and biting and biting, and all that biting is triggering Trapjaw over and over again, which is getting us more HP and more AP. And binding them so we can just heckin' kill them if we want to. That's pretty much the whole build for Miss Mimic. Now for Fungo, since there's so much type changing involved, there is a very slim chance. Very few monsters can equip all of the abilities that he needs to do this. And Fungo is the closest you can get to doing it all, but even he can't do everything. The main thing being that he cannot equip Preemptive Strike, which would let you do this all effectively on turn 0. So what I've done, though, and what I hacked up, because Miss Mimic hacked it up with Bite, is Glass Camouflage, and then Custom Starter Paint Swipe. This will put Glass Camouflage on an opponent. Then I put Air Coating on myself, so I'm Air type now, and then I smack them. And when I smack them, I have Chemical Imbalance, so there's a very good chance of the smack triggering Chemical Imbalance. Since it is on a type advantage hit, and that's literally what I'm doing, I'm hitting them with air, which glass is weak to air. Hitting glass with air also gives them a stack of resonance. 3 stacks of resonance, they just die. HP doesn't come into the equation. So there's a good chance of smack triggering twice and putting 2 stacks of resonance on them. Unfortunately, it's not easy to get a third swipe off. I do try to put Custom Starter Deja Vu on. I'm not really sure how useful that is in conjunction with Chemical Imbalance. So now that I have the air typing, I would just hit them in order to put the coating on them, but I kind of can't. So if we had more moves at our disposal, I could maybe do more. I was trying to find moves that had, like, +1 slot or whatever, but I didn't have any. So at this point, it doesn't really matter what I do. Queenix is going to be problems, though, so I'm just going to... Ow. Okay, Boil. Cool. I want you to die. Oh, right, I still have multi-target on that. Getting tired of these spikes. Okay, so let's move on to somebody else. Kind of want to move on to this guy, but we may have better luck with Southpaw. I'll get to him in a second. We still have multi-target up. I'm just going to stab in the dark. They're both evasion nullified. Doesn't even matter which one I hit. Southpaw is unique in that he's the only monster in the game that is able to equip all of the moves necessary to do this. So I have Custom Starter Haunt. Now, Haunt gives him the Ghostly status effect. This is where you are impervious to all moves, but you die in 3 turns. And then I have Magnet, which is used at the start of the round, or when you swap them in. And that draws all attacks towards him. So he's effectively invincible and drawing all attacks towards him. Cool. Now how do we make sure he doesn't die in 3 turns? Dog Ears. And we have the AP for it, so I'm just going to Dog Ears now. And now we have 8 rounds until we die, which is effectively forever. For good measures, I also put Gambit on him. So we can put Gambit on, so he's also doing, like, really stupid damage, and then we just Dog Ears that. It's still against company policy. Oh, hi, Sonny. Yeah, so that was, Let's show you off. So Southpaw is our, like, hard tank. So there's something over here. We need business cards. Or something, I'm not entirely sure. Wheels. They did talk about a wheel earlier. Got a guy up there. Okay, this does keep going. You're just gonna kind of camp out there? Cool. You know what? Let's go fight him. Let's fight somebody stronger. Hey, buddy. You, Landkeeper, you aren't wearing the correct uniform. I'm reporting you to HR. Oh, we got the custom starter focus. So this is the other guy, which I don't think I've really spoken about yet. He is an alternate evolution of the little UFO guy, which we did catch. We evolved ours into Trifinx. If you keep the close encounter sticker on him, he instead evolves into this guy, who I gave him echolocation, which gives him multi-target, and custom starter focus, so good chance of getting focus off at the start of the fight. With focus, that raises your accuracy. This is important, because turn 1, I'm having him use Hypnotize. This puts a target to sleep, but it's at 50% accuracy. At 50% accuracy, but we have multi-target and focus, which means, effectively, 100% accuracy to everyone on the field. Now, you already have Haunt, and I have a turn, but I want to make sure that I have the AP for it, so I'm just going to use Smack. So this is almost a turn 1 guarantee that the entire opponent team is asleep. And now that they're all asleep, I'm using Mind Meld. And you are using Dog Eaters. Wow, you actually got Sleepwalk off. Now you have Mind Meld. Mind Meld lets you share moves with your teammate, so both of you have access to the same moves. This actually gives me access to Smack, because otherwise this guy did not have any offense. He doesn't have any good moves that I can use, so I guess I'm just going to smack a guy. Now, that gave Southpaw access to all of his moves, which includes 3 AP refunds. On top of the existing AP refund I have is 4 AP refunds, which means if I use a move, there is a very good chance that I'll just get the AP back for it. So I have almost infinite AP. Okay, so you don't really have anything in the way of offensive moves. This isn't a great combination because this is effectively a tank and a support. We don't have any, like, damage here. But it'll get the job done. Oh, you have access to his Clobber. Sure, Clobber a guy. You know what? Sure, Clobber a guy. That's Gambit's damage. And now we're both AP generating machines, so we can just... I should have given him a headshot or something. Maybe you're wearing a standard work attire after all. It's Casual Friday. Do what we want. Let's see here. So that is them. So who have I not showcased? You. This is gonna get real fun real fast. Just knock that guy? I'd rather not get into a fight with you if I can avoid it. So that extended something, presumably over here. I see a couple guys, but I don't see... I'd rather get into a fight with him if I can avoid it. Are you here to stop our plans for corporate expansion? I despise whistleblowers. Okay, got our haunt off. And our magnet, cool. And that's Kepri. Lousy regulators. So, Kepri, he has Headshot and 7 random starters. Headshot is a 10 AP move with a power of 200. This is one of the most powerful stickers in the game. Random sticker just means chance to automatically use another move at random for 0 AP at the start of battle. That's it. It'll pick a move at random. The only move we have is Headshot. This only works at like a 20% chance or something, which is why I have 7 of them. So this is just start of the fight. Turn 0. Have like 3 or 4 headshots. The reason this is most commonly done with Kepri, who I had to go out of my way to go catch, he is inside the caves of Mount Wirral. We have been there before. You will not be able to tell it is a Kepri from the on-field graphic, but once you get into a fight, the secondary may be a Kepri. The reason you haven't used Kepri is because he has the single highest and lowest attack stats in the game, with 324 ranged attack. And he can have that because he has 1 melee attack. And that 324 ranged attack, absurd. Absurd! Which is why you have him use the most powerful ranged move in the game. So some of these guys are sort of for funsies. Kepri, since Kepri is kind of an I win button, for now, there are ways to stop him. But at least for now, Kepri is kind of an I win button, so I'm not going to use him that often. Fungo, I'm probably going to swap out because it's not a great strategy. It's a strategy that really needs multiple monsters to work out, and even then is a little iffy. Our dude up here is pretty good, though. He's alright. So let's see what kind of troubles we can get into here. So this extended out. There's that chest down there that I don't know what to do with. Button. Okay. What is this? Anything? Nope, nothing. Okay, I do not know how to open that chest. We did open this up down here. What a sight! The wheel provides such an exciting opportunity for our business ventures. I think our stock value is about to go up. Yeah, give me that focus. Okay, so they're both asleep, so now you mind meld. You can probably gambit. You're about to have a lot more AP with mind meld. Now you have no AP, so you can't really do anything, but so just start smacking. You should dog ears, so you don't die. And then we start clobbering. It's funny that some things can still get through to you. Like status effects, like Leech. Like, there are ways. All of these builds have ways to get around them. Yeah, I can't actually get up there. Oh, now there's like 3 more places to go up here. I'm starting to lose too many tapes for me to want to... Wait, can I just, like, not get up there? Or is this supposed to be an exit? I don't like these birds just hanging around. So is there a... Okay, there's a switch. I feel like I missed something. Oh, hi. I feel like I was supposed to go up here and hit a switch. Oh, not what I was expecting, but I'll take it. The card key. Okay, that's one of the two we needed. Kind of surprised I got past him like that. Okay, so I know we need the 2 card keys. We're kind of short on monsters right now. This is going to be a rogue fusion, isn't it? No, it's just the... Okay. Well, we're ready to go in the wheel room. I don't know how I feel about this wheel. But I'm going to go rest and retrieve my 2 broken tapes for now. Pauper can be remastered. Okay, it only has 1 remaster, so I don't have to worry about options. Paw Prince. A pauper is always repairing, improving, and expanding its own bear costume. If its costume becomes grand enough, it becomes a paw prince, towering over many smaller beasts. It's unclear where the paw prince ends and the costume begins.